you
start
start,
at the
yeah,
coaches that he hired in the offseason? Do we start
probably
with
at
Tim
Bowling
conception.
Tebow?
Green.
How did his mom meet Satan?
Yes.
Let's start there. Honestly,
Man.
like, can we start with yesterday, first of all, that apology that basically just involved unnecessarily throwing his rookie superstar quarterback under the
Yes.
bus with
Yes.
what I immediately thought of wasn't my own situation, but when my superstar rookie quarterback went to Vegas for his bachelor party, and I assumed that hijinks would ensue, and I warned him that people be out there trying to get you, as if
What a
him
terrible
sitting at his
friend.
own bar, like, he acted like he had no arms, legs, or brain and couldn't remove himself from the situation. He's like, yo, it's dangerous out there. I warned everybody about this, and now it got me. Like, it's some amorphous evil. It's just a young woman grinding on you, and you had every opportunity to get out of the situation. So trying to spin it back as like, I fell prey to the thing that I've warned everyone about was garbage, and then you throw your quarterback under the bus en route to your
Sarah,
garbage apology.
Sarah, I mean, and Trevor Lawrence is sitting there being like, I mean, we don't know what he did for his bachelor party. Like, maybe he went and had I went whale watching. I went whale watching, and I would resent the implication that I needed a warning that I would do something untoward with whatever mammals I might have encountered on my last journey of bachelor.
Oh man, I sincerely hope. Do not ruin this.
That's not
for
a
me.
euphemism.
Oh no, Sarah,
Very
you ruined
literal.
it for me. You ruined it
Very
for
literal.
me. Oh gosh, that's so terrible. So
Anyway, back to yeah.
Yeah, I see our producer trying to make us talk about this thing. So I'm assuming everyone knows exactly what we're talking about. Like, we haven't even set up the fact that, like, what he's in trouble for, what he's apologizing for, is for staying behind, which I think is kind of an issue. When his team lost their fourth in a row, he stayed in Cincinnati. They flew home. He went to
I thought you meant physically he stayed behind that woman.
He stayed behind, and then he stayed behind.
Being under center is what it looked like in that second video, was what it looked like.
He was
trying to
It was not the shotgun formation. It was not the shotgun formation. The Holy Ghost had no ability.
It was a small pocket. It was a very small pocket.
It collapsed immediately.
Oh
my goodness.
Yeah. And as it turns out,
there's so many more jokes.
He did try to use his hands to fix the situation.
There's so many more jokes. So the Shad Khan thing, I'm not sure. Are we sure that Shad Khan is standing by him and supporting him? Like,
can we show the apology, Domonique? I'm with you, because this is not necessary. Like, let's read this here, okay? I have addressed this matter with Urban. Specifics of our conversation will be held in confidence. What I will say is his conduct last weekend was inexcusable. I appreciate Urban's remorse, which I believe is sincere, ... because there's more on this letterhead. Now he must regain our trust and respect. That will require a personal commitment from Urban to everyone who supports, represents, or plays for our team. I am confident he will deliver. End quote.
So
it is backing him, Dom, right? I mean, it's backing him more so than the reports that were coming out about them looking for potential legal outs, looking at a moral clause element of the contract so that they could fire him for cause, because they don't want to pay him the rest of his contract to leave. So what we're hearing this morning is all reporting from whether it's Michael Silver or Michael Lombardi about the fact that the team has lost faith. I mean, this part where he says that he tried to get us to buy that this was just some random woman. Like, he's trying to convince a bunch of pro athletes what a lap dance is and how it looks. that immediately when he left, they all started laughing, and he knew it. So all of that is much worse than at least Shad saying, I trust that he's genuine, and we'll give it our best shot to earn back trust.
So Shad doesn't understand what inexcusable means, obviously, because he said it's inexcusable. So, like, it sounds like you're excusing it. Like, I understand that sometimes people use the word literally, and it doesn't mean literally. Apparently,
it's irreparable, except for we're going to rep it.
Apparently, this is being excused because you said he's going to be given an opportunity to regain your trust. So, that aside, I do think it's funny that in all those comments that we heard, anonymous players saying, they also said that he's trying to regain that they didn't have faith in him prior to this. And so my big question is, like, why does this matter? It feels to me like the whole moral clause, along with the player saying that they don't have faith in him. Like, honestly, has anyone ever been fired for a real moral clause? Like, isn't that always just what they use to fire somebody and not pay them? Because all the things that I'm sure people do that are allowed to stay on the job when they're successful, no one ever uses this moral clause except for that when they're like, actually, you're not good at your job.
Yeah.
We don't want to pay you anymore. So you know what?
I love
moral clause. Because like, okay, hold on, Pablo. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling, but this is important.
No, keep going.
This is important. This is important. What was immoral about what he did? Like, what is the big moral issue for the Jacksonville Jaguars? A woman danced on him. Like, so now it is immoral. Like, I understand that he's married,
real quick,
blah, blah, blah. But come on, chill out, Jacksonville. Now you're sorry, go ahead,
quick,
Sarah.
Dom, it's that generally accepted societal expectation of one, a married man, and another of an almost 60-year-old with a young woman like that in public, right? So, but even if you don't care about that, what it is public perception of the person who is the face of your franchise and in theory, the leader. And it's not just this. It's what do you keep doing when you're already under fire just 4 weeks into the season? You started your tenure by trying to hire a guy who had months earlier been fired for being a racist in a league that's more than 70% black. You follow that up by
the behavior of a racist.
Follow that up by bringing in a player who doesn't play a position and hasn't been in the league for years, arguing that he's going to teach the other professionals how to be a professional.
Talking about immoral, that was immoral.
The behavior of somebody who hadn't played in the league for a year. Yeah.
Necessarily offer up the fact that you're going to have a different approach to people who are unvaccinated, which is the quiet part out loud, which was fine, but nobody else was saying it. So now a bunch more attention to you. So you've started off terribly. Your team sucks. You made a statement after 2 losses to hang in there like a cat hanging from a branch, like we didn't expect you to start 0-2. And then you follow that up with this. What they're saying is, we just don't have faith for you not to continually, week after week, bring shame to the team while also sucking.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's the second part.
Yeah, no, I think he has violated the sucking clause.
Yes.
I think he's violated the shamefulness clause.
So don't assume that it's,
I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't.
You did it. But we don't know that for sure.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.